Morning Year 1 and welcome to the final week of Maths Before Half Term. This week we are looking at 2D and 3D shapes. I'm going to start today with 3D shapes, and if you can tell your grown-ups what a 3D shape is, that would be brilliant. You may want to point at one around the house. And then we're going to move on to a song just to remind you of the four most common. Okay, so grown-ups, if you type in to a search engine the singing walrus and 3D shapes, this will pop up. Alternatively, you could use this link here. Once you've played that, start the video again and then I'll explain what we're going to do next. Okay, so in school we're going to go outside and look for those shapes plus a cuboid, which we're going to talk about, which is a bit like a cube but it's stretched, and point them out. Once we've done that, we're going to come back into class and we're going to have a go at a challenging activity. So grown-ups at home, you may want to take your child outside if it's dry or walk around the house if it's not and look for shapes that are cubes, cylinders, spheres and cones. Also, if you can spot any cuboids and explain what those are, that would be brilliant. Okay, so pause the video now and when you're ready, start again. Okay, so welcome back. I bet you found loads of those shapes out and about. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to do a colouring activity. Grown-ups, you will either want to print off this sheet or find something similar online, or you could just collect examples of all of the different shapes if you'd rather. So, what we're going to do is we're going to colour the sphere red, the cuboid yellow, and the cube green. So let's start with the sphere. Which one of these three is the sphere? Point to it. Brilliant, it's the one in the middle. So the sphere is going to be coloured red. Okay, so we've got the cuboid yellow and the cube green. Well, we're going to do the cube first because we had that in our song. And the cube is this shape. Okay, so that means that this must be the cuboid. The reason it's not a cube is because it's got a long edge and a short edge. But otherwise it's exactly the same. It's like your boxes of cereal, or in fact pretty much any box. Okay, so we're going to colour that one yellow as well. Okay, and that basically is what I want you to do. Now there are a range of tasks, but this is the most challenging. Okay. And this is the most challenging because it's got all a range of shapes. So there's cubes, so you're going to colour in red, cuboids blue, spheres yellow, pyramids pink, and cylinders green. Okay, so slightly simpler is this one because it's only got cubes, cuboids, spheres, and pyramids. And this last one just goes with 3 cubes, cuboids, and spheres, which are the main shapes we're looking at. So I'm going to give you 5 seconds for each video, and I'm also going to, and just warn you now, there is also a bit of a plenary activity which we're going to do together. So this is the least challenging. If you're not quite sure about all the shapes, have a go at this. This is for those of you who are a bit more confident and reckon you can identify the pyramids amongst these. And this is for you who were able to point out all these different shapes when you went on your safari. Okay, so the plenary today is all about naming the shapes. So have a go at telling your grown-up the name of each of these shapes, and then we're going to do them together. So pause the video now. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to work our way through doing the ones we started with in the song. So can you point to the cube for me? Brilliant, it's this one. Can you point to the sphere? Excellent. Can you point to the cone? Excellent. And can you remember which one rolls, which one's the cylinder? Well done. Now it gets a bit trickier. Which one's the pyramid? That's right, this one. Which one's the cuboid? Excellent. So this last one we haven't really talked about. It's a triangular prism. Now you can see it's got a triangular face there, and a prism is something that doesn't come to a point like a pyramid. Cylinder is actually a prism, and a cuboid and a cube are both prisms. But a cone is like a pyramid. Okay, so triangular prism it is. Brilliant, well done. And that is the end of today's lesson.